Okay, so I'll give a bit of an overview of Ocean. So Ocean is a competitive grant initiative that aims to support the people most impacted by declining ocean health and climate change through funding local solutions to local problems. Funding and the duration is runs up to the 31st of March 2029, and with a total investment of up to £60 million. Ocean is funded by the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, which we'll be referring to as DEFRA, and this is through the UK's Blue Planet Fund. Grant administrators, so the applications and grants are administered by NERAS, so that's who was on the call with you today, and we're referred to as the Ocean Grants Administrator. So Ocean is funded through two distinct grant pathways. All projects aim to reduce multidimensional poverty in ways which also contribute to the protection, restoration, and sustainable management of the marine environment. Projects applying for funding must also promote gender equality, disability, and social inclusion, and demonstrate how they've taken JETSI into consideration through the project design. And this round, projects with JETSI ambitions, with higher JETSI ambitions, will be prioritized. Projects must also demonstrate how they contribute to climate adaptation and/or climate mitigation. And community grants work on the local level with organizations based in the country of implementation. So the two distinct pathways are community grants, which are fund projects up to £250,000. They're led by small and medium-sized organizations, and they enhance the skills and capacity of local communities or organizations. They contribute to developing new ideas and providing local solutions. Partnership grants are our larger grant funding pot, and that's between £500,000 to £3 million. These are led by medium to large size organizations, and a partnership element is mandatory. And so we encourage organizations to partner and work alongside organizations to deliver local solutions. So this is a bit more information on our community grants. So they're up to £250,000, and the maximum annual budget value in any given year must not exceed 50% of the lead organization's annual income. And this is something we'll talk a lot more about in this webinar. The project country must be based in ODA eligible coastal country. You can find a list on our website. And the project duration is between 12 and 41 months, up to the 31st of March 2029. The lead organization, so this must be a small to medium-sized organization with an annual income that is under £1 million. They must also be legally registered in one of our eligible coastal countries and formally established for at least 2 years. Partnerships with other organizations are encouraged, but they're not mandatory. And with this funding pathway, we accept applications in English, French, Indonesian, Portuguese, and Spanish. So this is a little bit more information about community grants. What's additional in this table is that it describes a bit more about the lead organization. So they can be a non-profit organization, academic or research institute, private sector organization, business or business association. So I'll just look over quickly the selection criteria. Applications for community grants will be assessed against the following criteria covering these 4 themes. So that's technical merit, marine conservation impact, poverty reduction, and community empowerment. And you can find a lot more about this in our guidance documents. And further criteria for round 2 is that there needs to be a minimum of JETSI responsive level for all applications that needs to be met. Also medium value for money. And please refer also to our upper middle income country criteria. So if you're applying from a country that is categorized as a UMIC, you need to abide by this criteria as well. So the round 2 application window for community grants, it's currently opened on the 6th of January, and stage 1 is closed on the 17th of February. Stage 2 is by invitation only. It'll open around May, June, and then closes on the 30th of June. Grant award takes place around October and November, with projects anticipated to start towards the end of the year. So these are our mandatory requirements for stage one. The first is a completed application form, which is done on FlexiGrant, the project theory of change, and a template is provided for this. E-signature of lead applicant. So this needs to be a scan of a real signature, and it can't be an electronic signature or QR code. You also need evidence of legal status of the organization and 2 years of financial accounts. For projects over £100,000, these must be either audited or independently examined.